Ya kwa baba Mpensenmpensenmu dwumadi no so ewo original TV. Me di kwaku owusu aje pato ne mpanifo a yato nsa afrom miensa mienu adika abedru ha chairman Paul ose
many
amani nka pese me ye remix bi but can pese me ye permutation bi but amfa Eastern Region for SA Omeye MPP regional chairman waje atum ya amanfo so ani age ho pa ana se okọ inyiresi amanfo so a nanka opani bi a na efre no opani bi a efre no Alexander Koko nanka opeso ye MP ho or they are boss so be 2 times three almost 3 hey na se bosom so anim so ga kwani president
se ni nya wo nyamensem
nyamensem
nti emfa wo
ada nyamensa ni mu ana because unse nyamensa wo mu a unse ayi se nyamensa wo mu na bi ye se nyamensa wo mu a ana nyamensa ba mu
nyamensa wo mu
ana wasan reloading the national
organization eyeye ba nyame emre enimre pa sa emre ne de ye nem enti ye goso a
obani akwaba
mejo so bi
ni bia e boko de mi wa
nyame odro me she ho menim se wa ba TV menim se na wo she radio ho no
de me hwehwe ni mu bebrebe ama me de abetra so bi
e wo betra so bi
ba nyame adaroma ja ye kon kakrakra amanfo se ye nti e beto aso na ya bo modern asomoman chairman na constituency give the region what to say
Bibi aboko.
A former year. Because me won't say me there men tadi chin ningugo. A former year.
Me ma assurance say. Say na year to abano Eastern today. So me nya 70% na ni akasha.
This is assuring.
Yeah, 100%.
Very assuring. Who wishing the world, me why?
Oh no, me wishing the world. Say unuya pre adin ho at least you wish him well. Because me and I have a discussion at different platforms most of the time because I say no a year discussion or my no edine kind. And I think when we have people like that at both sides of the political divide now, and no very enriching discussion no at the national level no. Na ma niama to me to mpon amai. I'm wishing him well. I think we are shy and catch yourself we wish you well na we are with my year na
there's something the two of you have in common. Say I am din some be can said the said the tie no mo de be wada. You guys are straightforward. If it is B, it is B. If it is A, it is A. It doesn't matter whose ox is God.
Yeah, when you are on mine na team no. I say see petrol but I was frozen. Say any so far. So no call pump now. We turn we said I mean we turn now.
Say them see more pot to be man of paper. Unim there come by. Say me hwe manim no me take me gauge. Say na pot to be ya gbongram see dey accept cry.
Easy.
Say no dey see invasion you.
No, whatever be the reason no. Me they make be bia ubetimi anya reason e dia ma no. But reason no and no end in channel. What is the solution?
Yeah.
That is the most important thing because here call your name no problems will be coming. And problem be bad, there is a reason for it. So are we going to sit down and fold our hands and say reason we ain't na yet all? They be let's put our heads together. Then I wait to me a afa home. Then my oil refinery, esiho. Ye my any oil e work mo. Ye de call na ya koto refinery refined product ediaba. Even if it can be immediate, what are the long-term measures are you taking to make sure say in future no say bibi sa sia will be self-sufficient? Now enko create problem my these are some of the things I believe we should be thinking of here. Now, politics.
Questions, but me person, yes, that's yeah, because of Chairman Nimumi, the way mostly Chairman agriculture and agribusiness, how you understand it. I about agricultural, general agricultural workers union. And it says, I'm sure Yankopon, I don't know, see, 2023 more. There will be food shortage. And we are not dinner. Meaning, what is wrong with 83 come by 23? Almost here come by. Because of said the Nyama Sikono, 23. To be what is wrong with 3?
Minya medase nansa na me dikai akasa meche wati ofuji afin so Eastern region I know say most of constituency executives call PK forms enra ebi mo de aba ebi mo ko unopposed omo ko unopposed ne automatically omo beto aba ti me congratulate ti omo say nyankopon ya omadom na omanya saari shemu na free omo constituency.
And on the last day for Omo filing of nomination. Exactly. Kakrabe free who? Because it's 500 for chairman, 200 for other positions. Do we have there? Umuja bedim.
So I feel almost Omo beko election. I raise them all. I know so be winning. Na Omo bebo my party na I Jumakesi or Eastern to break the 8. General agriculture, what union? Among some of the above concerning.
In fact, what they said, said the fertilizer boy didn't you know. To me apply the right quantity of fertilizer. Your friend saying, no buy on be duano. To me fertilizer do on be here. Mo de be yedwuma no munya de akire ne say production and I say enobaya omani wo so say afi no ko wi na du time ye twa enobaya no mo nsa beka no eno nso so ebekọ form nti de akire ne say nyankopon ya adom ye ko 2023 mu a aduane eho be ye na
many omo enya adwen.
Okay,
I disagree with them and me catch all as studio say about agribusiness. Nyame adom at even age 39, 40 under 44 hour day as the best agribusiness entrepreneur in Ghana. Eti minim ni America. Ghana, ye Syria, and I say a more atoko a bruni ade and mostly and they use fertilizer. And I share Ghana aduane die mo and no penny di. And now far a more crano ye import bi e Ghana hansa ni yedi. And I say near ye nina enso yen. Eti a fat fertilizer, yes, fertilizer price will go up because of Ukraine and Russia. One of area almost produce fertilizer through gas. Then tokwe koso wo ho no be ma ama ebi a shortage of gas na ma mo more fertilizers ye danyame ase say me say Nigeria facility about businessman Dangote about starting produce fertilizer and it's a good sign for the sub-region because ebeboa ma fertilizer and I expect from amanoneni adeno ebia yenya but ibenya in Nigeria. Fertilizer now definitely price will go up and they expect to say prices of fertilizer no be affecting prices of food in the country but eno nche say aduane eni ho a yenya bi ntoni body ho banche wo yen ye difufuo awia ni enumre nyina ufa body ni banche ana kade e ka ho no friends saying entrowa kontumre abe sa ne manima nyina ya ade a bebre na use fertilizer na ade aye enti yaduane ho asem wo Ghana ade yes cereals say bro more any beans near because of high increases in fertilizer and transport. Ebema aduane bo na ayere apija. Na no nche se aduane eniwo ewo man. Na ohwe issues na sisi am na okase. Ghana nyese aduane ni ho ana aduane bo na eden won kran no. The outcome of the planning since Nkrumah time of this country infrastructure. Because obako fa aduane afi baby transport system na enye efficient nti no ebedu Accra na transport no nti na amane boayede. But my main example nyame adaroma ya ban by on my association ya artisanal palm oil millers agriculture association say yema Ghana for nkola enwuni na ebe you surprise say ubetumi akofa ngo every one area bit sekedi now be delivered to one area within Kedi around Kedi na transport kwa no more than maybe 20 cedi. What you say? Meanwhile, the same commodity would be through Kumasi, not transport here 5 cedi. A child say the way on my you're planning a transport system no, because you're building routes along your friend saying in Krontino. Ama o ko baby agency o kofu nwan baby ansa no wakom. I mean example so free Eastern region Kufodua na o ko Obuasia ana say o kodunkwa agency o ko nwan akofa Kumasi. And we should know say the more I will come more quantity now transport here then air cost road. Meanwhile from Eastern to Obuasi Dunkwa Senka road at Damfin wa Kabana no ehu hia se okonwan Kumasi ansa no wako friends saying Obuasi ana Dunkwa. Enti ye bema wo de nwu free Eastern region ko Dunkwa ne bo be ye den say wo di free Eastern region de ko Boliga Tanga. What you say? These are some of the structural deficit in distribution system in Ghana. It me try say bit me aswano by say in kron kwan akese no and ye de ya kwan be from but e be develop it at least ye check Ghana mu be mienu na ye de highway na tutu mfimfini ho a onipa ni movie kakra bi obesi highway ni so akọ the other side of the country ebema ye cost of distribution of food and all that things no ebeba for and the challenge of Ghana nyese Ghana you need aduane dey bebre I will show you say next year say asema General Agriculture Union kano enya de a ye be nya any food shortage
Chairman Bernard Modern Kwaba
Pato Majoso
bibia eboko
dabi
niam na bi eboko ebi nso so da onu so say farmer pa obi onu so kuaye onto nani kon pa General Agriculture Union for Workers Union for some no more canona me for some no abobo so crapping but yes timu bio because I there you can say ehwe mani si omo di kan boy ano ho bai because omo san kan wo say niam bi no ho omo expect say o say aban ye say aban timi yes an niam no a e betimi aso ano. What you the other day you were doing some analysis for agriculture fertilizer board now and fertilizer board then and you side with them but chairman who said yes I net here and shed and the picture is not being painted well.
I say or no he's into agri business he's not into agri as
no he's into farming as well.
Okay. And then my colleague disappointed MP. Who is? One say, we share the same. And just to dispel first and foremost that the rigidities now here was a Siano cannot be as a result of Efi Kwame Nkrumah time EBCN. Because Eoshe Kwame Nkrumah policies, you ask yourself, how come that all the lucid policies now Kwame Nkrumah added by and we threw away and we find ourselves in this mess? Kwame Nkrumah ehun say, individuals like me cannot be this only source of self-reliance for any nation. Inti, just a government na nkasa afa no ho. Now say we are going to do agriculture. For instance, you want to produce 2,000 tons of maize. When him said that is what you want. And government decided that individuals like me, profit motivated, say we should go and do agriculture and get the government 2,000 tons of maize. It will not work. So as a government, they will produce some tons of the maize. Then the rest is given to the private sector to produce. That is how come now Kwame Nkrumah brought about the concept of state farms. Until the state was producing, until the private sector decided, say, yeah, produce here. But the state will have something to support the people. That was a lucid idea. Moving up, Kwame Nkrumah said we needed to have what they call food distribution corporation. And this food distribution corporation, you go to the industrial area, your friend silos. And now the purpose was to
across the regions.
Across the regions, in fact, so that year harvesting we are able to store grains and what do we call it, legumes. We are able to store them. Now, say in Kabibi Baseya, we are able to release them into the market. How come that we decided to put the Food Distribution Corporation onto the Diversity Implementation Committee to sell it? How come? And say I can't say now say if you Kwame Nkrumah time, I may know any arguing because you can see step by step Kwame Nkrumah foresaw a day like this and started planning towards it. Now Kwame Nkrumah established many processing factories. You go to the Bolgatanga meat factory, Balugu tomato factory, Akumadan, your friend saying, Asuchwari, Juapong. You see that or establishing factories, in Kumasi, the rubber plantations and the jute factories, or establishing so that we can add value. Not just say Yakwako producing nani Yakwako tong. And some of these things, don't just bulk all the government. Who says some did some along the line we decided. And maybe say, how come as a nation, we did not think that we'll have a day like this? Oh, where I sit, Ehame, and I support the General Agricultural Workers Union, their position. Me say, last year, 2021, planting season, we bought a bag of fertilizer at 106 Ghana cedis. Now, Obia, you understand that you need a minimum of 3 bags of fertilizer per an acre for particularly the grains. Because you need 2 nitrogen and 1 ammonium. Minimum. You can add more depending on.
Depending on
the fertility of the soil. You understand?
But is
on
there
the minimum.
Yeah, well, quite a fast so they test it.
You test the soil fertility, you test soil texture. You can do it manually and you can do it by equipment.
Okay.
Yeah. You can just hold the soil and be able to determine, say, a silky loam, a sandy loam, you are able to test it so that you know what kind of crops you can plant. Even on one tract of farm, ubetimi say no. This I made a more ecodia because it's a bit waterlogged. ASM for a bronco see her, ASM for soya bean in Cosio. So we do this plant segregation on the farm depending on the soil texture.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, when you know, may say largely even rice, you don't need so much fertilizer. And when you have the fertilizer, you rather do broadcasting instead of doing the placement on the farm. When you bought a bag of fertilizer in 2021 for 106 Ghana cedis, then in 2022, you are buying a bag of fertilizer at 420 Ghana cedis. How is that not going to affect productivity? Farm sizes will be reduced. I said we did 250 acres with the hope that this year we're going to expand the farm. Unfortunately, on the contrary, we are coming down to 100 acres. Because 420 could buy 3 bags of fertilizer plus surplus. And yes, sir, in 2021, just less than 6 months ago. You need that amount of money, 3 bags of fertilizer plus some change in order to buy 1 bag of fertilizer. You never anticipated this. Any anticipation cramper, you expected a 50% increase. But this one is more than 300%.
So Ujiri said there will be food shortage.
There is no doubt that farm sizes will be reduced. And once Yetimi reduces farm sizes, it will have cascading effect on prices.
When
supply is low, prices are forced up.
I mean, then I was say
one, and this is something that we should have been doing long time ago. We started organic fertilizers in this country, and on our farm, kakra, not on the scale that we need to be able to fertilize the farm. But COVID has taught us so many lessons, and as a nation, I don't know why within the intervening period, the Ministry of Agriculture and others did not see how we can use nipa wo omaimu. For instance, we have Martin Yelbora, who works at used to work at your friend say, the game in Molly Park. He has set up his own fertilizer, organic fertilizer all year. President Akufo-Addo has visited him, and we should find how we will be able to support such people, even if it's from one farm to their farms, because you have major farms that they can go into. Now, so that we'll be able to do both liquid and solid fertilizer. When you are able to do that and you use organic fertilizer or manure or compost, you'll be reducing your dependence on chemical fertilizers. And no ebetimi but there's no doubt. Yeah, I do maize and soya largely, with a little cashew. And I know, as we speak, the poultry or animal feed. Kennedy, no, don't increase his value. And that's my brother, so he's my son. Don't mind his grade. Say, soya bean, any ebro. And yes, say you didn't qua because Minya Okasa no say, oh, body, banchi, and no yedi. Baby, I may feel yendi body. Body crampo do ya and ye. Would ya banchia, it turned into something else. Inti, ye dear bro. Ye di millet, ye friend millet saying.
I know ya tokwana.
Millet, ye di millet.
A tokwa.
And then we eat what we call guinea corn. Inti, anuna ye di largely. Na bayre. Bayre, of course, young apply fertilizer. But every other thing, no, the cost of fertilizer. And I'm telling you, aside the cost of fertilizer, cost of planting, so ebekoso. Because fuel prices have gone up. Okwa fertilizer, tractors is here. You are going to pay about 200,000 Ghana cedis. Now I can tractor. Oginya tractor, then you buy the accessories, harrow and into cost of plowing. Last year it was 120 Ghana cedis per acre. So you see an okwa plowing, it will go to about 180 Ghana cedis and not 200 Ghana cedis. That is plowing. Okwa clearing of land, and you have to use a bulldozer. On a minimum, you have to spend 4,000 Ghana cedis a day to be able to achieve just clearing of maybe 4 or 5 acres a day. When you factor cost of production is on the high, and when you are going to do virgin land, you can't say maybe a young daughter. Quiet. Now, ultimately, in Fasikan, a plantation or a huge. You need a bulldozer, not a copian, so that obetimi aye wagema. There's no doubt, say General Agricultural Workers Union, or my more research and pampa. And an Yomokano, it is just about starting. In southern Ghana, they are planting. In northern Ghana, we'll be planting May, June, July.
There
is time say a buying betimi ashishe nyumamu. Na yem pekwanya ye betimi a support.
What suggestions be say a buying at least a buying yesterday or yesterday?
I can tell, and unfortunately, Yakasa now they take it to the other side as partisan.
Chairman the Beko, who can't the Beko?
Well, the Minister for Agri should listen to me, not directly from him, but they should listen to Yenina Yakasa because whether you like it or not, because when I do 200 acres of agri, it's not for my stomach alone. Nipa bebre and Americano, you see the number of trucks that come to queue to buy feed for animals. That's what I say. So in that way, we are saving the government from importing all that. One of the ways is government share the planting for food and jobs, the way it is being done. Share fertilizer distribution. Because over the years, particularly in the Upper West region, mekojina hamile border. And minim say munim ni America. Hamile border. Owo ho na fertilizer no be Upper West na ayira. Then all of a sudden, obetimi agina hamile border. The immigration is here, custom is here, but there is no wall. Into whom motokin na akofe echiri ho is entering Burkina Faso. And the fertilizer na eko. Eko Burkina Faso no, their immigration and customs will not stop it because it's coming to help their farmers. So the government must identify how the distribution is, leaving it in the hands of the political leadership. It gets up through some places, and I'm sure, say, you are aware, say, regional ministers, deputy regional ministers have been accused of, your friends saying, misappropriating and misapplying government subsidized fertilizers, and sometimes we could do joma na eno and eda hona nipa etong. Yaya no sa ebetimi aboa bebre.
Okay. Kwaku. Dear na overkan dia fa ho say government bibi na wanye ni year na anti akwakoba nse because the garden say Russia ne Ukraine invasion no a play role am a fertilizer bo akosro. That's a reality we are living with. And I say bibi or entasuma chuchu aso.
Is it nyama bi say esia na emaye nyina ye hu bebi a oman no ye tibia ye wom sesia because say ebimo etumi estati war now less than 2 months into the war no it affected us so much say ye dream aduane a ye bedi ye call your name no, then it means as a country no, we have a serious problem. Benade Kasano, or my young Niama a war na Sisia and New Hobio. But what about the buffer stock company na ye no? What is the role a so mon play say ba Adriani? Asem home. What are they doing? Are they really stocking? Ana omosu omo ye hand to mouth say na ye nyina ye no. These are serious issues. So into say the bibi ba ye say because e betumi aba because e betumi starti bibi na e bia farmers crapo entumi nya kwan enko farm say omo kwa akodo na ya expect say in the next season crapo ye benya aduane every farms. Are we self-sufficient in such a way, say bibi sasia, ye benye aduane agi? You know, ye can fertilizer assembly, and ye bibi ana ye fertilizer, I am into poultry. Inti say bag grains, one assembly dear, affect me, because a bag of feeder me tono, where's a 136 no. See how many work I say, me turn 214. Last year, me turn 136. This year, me turn 214. Enti say ye ka aduane asema it's not only the grains because the wonya wo banchi wo board here any the ekika ho you need meat and a fish to go with it. Enti say ye ka aduane asema ma ye limited to only the farm
the crops
to food crops
but it's a whole chain say yenhwe and one feed the other. It is a kobanu say ye hwe yenhwe no yes fertilizer why you doing because the chunk of the raw material na ye the no area every eba no problem about ho and it certainly no will not get it. What about the Atwabo gas plant na ye no? Because I quite remember ye were a buying ye babesi sa plant no. We even stated say it can be used to produce fertilizers.
most state here na some feasibility studies.
Yeah, bibia and na yesterday among the other uses now e wo ho ne say ye betumi di aye fertilizer so e di aka ho. Yesterday atwabo gas plant here how many years now? What are the steps to make sure say the fertilizer plants can be established? And the aye coming no at times no maybe science kakra. Now it's very frustrating say once you size waba house and you count the space ewo ho no as a science student no we who say you can't fit into the economic space ewo ho because near money be anka say ewo ho now you can stand on it now with the aye dia opese won ye no anyhow
point potting ben a person
enti the American nyina say for mine no ya feli ye hu. We have not put in the structures ebeboa. Although ye won niema bi wo ho a ye betumi capitalizing on this.
We do not follow up. We do not.
We follow up no.
Because say we do not wish this is said they okay. Structure ne bi ene atoabo gas ya okay. Nti senka ye ma ye ni kun ho.
That is it.
Ehun say ye wo say ya there. Nti no.
We can ye bedru baby a ye wo sisi a. What did the make na say? Nti niema ne wo ho a it doesn't matter say bi party A na start here. What about two bibia ya start now won say betumi abo o man no. Cause one na ye bring it to completion.
That dey no so continuity no. Enye if the thing is not your brainchild. Na say one meto bibia thinking outside the box becomes a bit of a problem. And
there wo ho ni say yeah,
because if there is a roadmap, there's a document here that say this is what we are trying to do. Gas, and I say, a free cyber, if there is a plan, well spelled out plan, we can, a chance on the plan, then we'll ask questions as to Adena,
that is when we have the national agenda, say, as or mining in a way.
Not necessarily. Because there is a point. There was a plan, say, and to have gas. This is what we do. And I asked,
Constitution, see.
Maybe that's a feasibility studies.
And
Internet said there is a plan.
There's a plan, but because
every
NDC Honington, MPP in Pesel, that is all. And no na me can say sa suban no say yen ye hu ye den emfiri mu na yen hwe de be boa oman no na be ma oman no atumi atompon enti se wo ba na wo betu say party A start bibia na wo hwe e be boa na economy na atumi agina hia enu ani say wo betu aso you don't need anybody to come and force you na say wo ba na bia say na ya document no won't ase a enu nti na consultation e wo ho what to make free when we are now or document now what be saying say we no kwan be na wo pese wo mfa so na wo implement no so nchire wo na hwen enti and my you so that even as an excuse say bia wa be two document bia na wo be two bia document no so wo be two crap na document no a so wo on kwan say wo to make free nipa na start here no enti these are some of the issues ya be pim bia ye was here no ye koye name no I think say your companies be almost started say more produce this organic manure ni. We for your friend is saying Polygonal side no just very close to the lagoon no. Your company wo ha omo organic fertilizer.
I think say within the Just One Group ground, there is a company.
Or no one seminar maker because we should encourage the use of this organic fertilizer. Because Nyama, I mean, products are can say
because waste and then faswa you bit me generate a few waste. If we don't invest in that.
Yes. Let's assist ourselves. Now you making sure Nyama bet me aye wo or may na yen fan boy. And I believe strongly say ye no sa enu na be ma ye yesi kasem crap a atiti apam say na dollar yi bu ye cedi edini eye niam bebre no eno so beboa ye because yan use foreign exchange en kra niam bi emba na yetumi nya niam e betumi anya wa ha no
but ono can consistently there no ya na there be wuram ono no ne there no do time be a Olympic ba wo so there no
na gallop
there be there no ya na what not so
that is what I'm saying say to me and is but to everybody but the omuka and the medium we are doing and I think say they are talking our more focus no a year 2023. It means say we
free record 21st of April. There is something we can do about it.
Call that time no. We have the opportunity to do so much.
Chairman.
Na ye interest kwan be fa say.
So they say adan yes society asoam. Wo na you say the jawa na the asoam. Say na to abokron no my feasibilities according to the honorable okay. Said na o my bibi say nka anya hwe no kra betimi. You've been around for the past 6 years. Why haven't we heard anything about that? At a planting for food and jobs, a great minister, born home modern, and omnia daddy. Sen kasadi we say be an qua factor in individual and I say private companies almost so I had to say they're not Chairman Bernard Mona kind. Say name so much Pia Mufi or Ghana Habibre. Yeah, a bit me a cash in on. Na yetimi dia ye niam ebetimi aboy we always have to depend on ade bi far away from home
my main correct me nua okon me say atuabo gas plant no ade omo feasibility study no ho se ne o kan but your gas no is not sufficient for even powering our existing plants na generating Ghana.
Wabra ye flare.
Ye gas ne so yen. Me ne wo kasa sisi ya.
Ye flare bi so kwa.
Na ye enso yen.
Ye pu bi gu kwa.
No ye technical.
Technical. Let's invest in it. Ye pu bi gu kwa. Ekowiem. E dey say ozone layer.
No.
Ye betima chi no. Me dey aya
o dey ma me ma o
me dey say layman me dey me nima ne say me ma me awo no emi nua o
say o dina radio ana TV so ka say Ghana won enough gas betimi dey fertilizer na utwantro Ghana need fertilizer friends enough gas you need enough gas you fancy it
we have not planned for it Jama the entire me say we have not planned for it we flare gas baby your friend is
saying. Anytime you are doing something you need free BB capacity okay for the investment now the payment time because ocean yomoye war Nigeria is almost more than $2 billion and Ghana bind in the seeker such investment more as who say I didn't feasible it can work and may cost to the country okay it is a sa gas awu kan ho asim sisi gas omu to oil and no abeye by product either you flare it or turn into gas now ocean investment omo de building gas plant idea fertilizer na is very huge what you say and we need enough gas to turn around about be waste for the country. But I
am following it, but I'm only wondering, sir, is it not about planning?
No. That is why who say Aka Energy projects no more other areas wo Ghana ponimua more enough gas I see a tap into. And when we are talking about this, and yema we na ye come almost 10-15 years and son one crass there. Nim say ye dig oil by President Kufuor time. Now we say ya adwonwo. Omo kan say ya adwonwo enye oil. Sesi ano planning ne say Ghana immediately ye issues ne say nya fertilizer na. Ekwan ba ni betimi afa so aye. Say ye feel say ye be call organic. Say ye me bra panika obi or no of no ye bibia. Me I support him. I don't think say nipa ye bibia ye innovative. Ne betimi aboa oman na. Aban ne betena ho say or hwe ne ha ma na ade na eden. I say I know I don't buy that idea. But Say nipa no ono so ye no. Say o make any effort. Say o ade a wo ye o person o man ye business. Corporate business. Ebi wa na ade ne ketewa bi. A wo ye wadwen so be invest too much into it. Ebi ana wunya returns na wo pay no. Because o man no they have to do all those research and do it. On the Ghana economy, ni nyina nim say CCI or private sector led. In Chroma time, na aban timi di ni sika ye bibi. And a bedroom Mpensenmpensenmu bi aye 1992. NDC for by say on the cost structure adjustment program. NDC net by. NDC net tonton all the companies are Minya Bernard Mona Aircam. Omo ane ton. Enti say ye blame game and keep blaming NDC. But going forward, the MPP buy you know say agric sector ni area be from 1992 up to when we came to power. And now they are buying deliberately invest in enti ni ya buy say in the first time Ghana buying mercuryafo or modo bro ni niema fertilizer free. Now ni enti ode ma we mu a ye hu program then is because
omo test omo subsidize here. Say free ni dey na NDC.
No, it's free per that level.
No, it's not free.
Say subsidized.
It's subsidized.
So if
even
it's 10
subsidy in the Kurampo, no, now it was free and about 50%. So here it's about 70%.
Okay, so there is some subsidy.
Some free. Free money be also. Subsidy, you pay some point at 100 cedi out to 50.
Okay, say free money be also. Now say NDC forecast omo share free SHS as here. Untimi ni omo nye chinyo because omo so no na free be also.
Now,
don't go that tangent.
Now, baby a you no Ghana no. You do Mpensenmpensenmu. Say you see a private sector led development. Na ye de kure kura agric man. You see a concroma time ni bi because it didn't work. Because answer in 1992 eba omo cost structure adjustment program. Na most of the companies aye den agu. Ye nyina yinim say na enya dwuma. Enti na chere say management issues bi o ma anko ye. Enti say pese ye call that tangent na nya de e beboa o man no. But say aban na ye na adwin say under this leadership omo be set up a big bank be make sure say be make money available for some of this agribusiness program any your friends communication and ICT a very welcome program I say on my no citizens woman omo person omo ye adwuma no like openia Bernard Ekanasemi so hwehwe e kwan ben so na mefa so a mensa beka capital me de be madwuma mpacha oti ase se e basa ne plan no na otimi puti ne governance structure very well. I think say aban ne nya de obeka se won tie ono meti ho me start me am private sector as association and NGO group say betimi promote oil palm and I think say step by step aban na hu say enya say ye buy say ye be di agro.
I've been to your programs. I know how passionate modi
exactly. I would say almost about 3,000 e wo ho a omo ye nwo a omo die e kwan be na ban be fa so obetimi aye den aboa
na nka me ba be busa sade no say you see Bernard you guys do a lot of I mean mo ya de e fa kwan be fa so a mo holdi mo criticize ya ban ni sa na but I think say aya Ghana for your expectations no ye toto na se ntinama people at the helm of affairs no mo be DS no omu hunu se kakra bi ye any comparisons bi aye we na beton we na beton nti we bi a obi afo se mabo me ho modern I say your expectations ni ntimi nkatene out ni enyina so ye enkyira ban ma ensha ban ma ban hu se opeso ye tenten a onfa ho nkototo midget giraffe or
precisely the point and I'm Okasa no na me ho potupo because ohwe ideas na Kwame Nkrumah edi bae no ankasa atna ha aka say we had managerial issues TMU managerial issues naturally say yanton it beats my imagination
by saying this who sold it.
Can I make the point? Because we are talking about efficiency. Because they say I can say Amoka Kotong, Anamotong, Labadi Beach Hotel, La Palm Royal Beach Hotel. No, it's not NDC. It is a policy that Bretton Woods institutions omo ade ato ya adwemu say the private sector is the engine of growth. Enti ye nyina ya adwene say we should go that tangent. But baby a omo fi eba omo ka say private sector is even the engine of growth no. Answer na private sector no beba no na there was a vehicle. Sa vehicle no na engine wom. Anyesa na tires wom. Na gear wom. Na your friends say brake pads wom. So you must have a vehicle before you can think about an engine and the efficiency of the engine. Until when the engine is there, not as strong, and other parts of the vehicles, no, and yejuma, masa she and yejuma. And unfortunately, that has been near yenyina yafa. Masa, food distribution na a idea enye. So if you have managerial difficulties, change management. Na se me na omode ama. Say me na me CEO for Ghana Food Distribution Corporation na me nyejuma na akofa me nua de aba. Say master ejuma na awon ye no enso ni ntia de we aba say on bajo. Na ono so enye no yi na akofa third person ne ba third person no be hu say we ebetena so a ye ntimi an ye hwe no ye kopa nipa de ba nti so wan ye no yi another person will come. That is how you effect inefficiency in management. You don't sell. So that is the crisis here. And there's no doubt TNDC sold majority of the factories in this country. There's no doubt about it. And you can enjoy. But after that, no, yes, we are bibi efimu. Yes, we are she. And until I mean you bet me about no, say because of managerial defects, no, we should. Then it means that we are justifying say near PNDC any NDC here no it's justifiable that be say yehwe near ekoswa there's no doubt niama enkoye emaye nyina. And as he said unua yeah money na ye adwuma sami bi so ni sami bi when say he is into
grass cutter rearing near there
and oka say
so ko no obehu krantie fufu and krantie grey.
What you say? Who could drew her? And oka say onye 500 grass cutters obejai ejuma na oye no. Just 500 grass cutters. Nature say sika ewom.
Oh yes.
So majority of us are not encouraged. And sorry, but I have to say this publicly. President Kufuor says that Bernard Niamo Yano, you should let other young people know that it is not just coming to be a political phase. But there are things that you do.
You do, yes.
And they must see that agriculture. And I know President Kufuor, he has over 200 acres of land. President John Mahama will be. And I'm sure say President Akufo-Addo will be. And many of the people now, for instance, Ambrose Dere, who own a plantation along the Black Volta. But unfortunately...
But said the president who called the cattle.
You know, so it is important that all of us, what did we do wrong? And me who say we have done wrong is that the nation has decided to sit back. Now, yet ho,
but me won, I dare back why I am no problem. What say? Mutro books to my say no agriculture. Most agriculture a backbone. And so more investment. I dare not must a backbone. Investment now said the near Totonase. Yenim said the best solve a problem of Ghana happen. You invest in prioritize agriculture.
What he's doing in the oil palm sector. But when he's into poultry production, what does he do with the poultry?
Grow
and sell.
You grow and sell.
No processing. No processing. But Samia, we plant, harvest, and we sell. No processing. And yes, but the capacity to do it is non-existent.
So somebody is not investing. I mean,
that is precisely the point you are making.
Said time, yes, development bank. Development bank wants for me, finance minister for ICT and agribusiness.
I don't know why we keep doing this. What was the purpose of the Agri-Development Bank? Say it should support the agriculture sector. What was the purpose of Ghana Commercial Bank?
Support commerce.
It should support the companies. What was the purpose of the National Investment Bank? investors. What was the purpose of the Bank of
housing
and Reconstruction?
They are good at
That be good. But ushe we munyina. Nature say the banks. And I don't know why we are going to bring something to come and say development bank. The banks run away from their core mandates. And the government are over Musesiano. Una say you should realign the banks to their core mandates. And to say a commercial bank can be used for both industry and also for commerce. Yeka investment banker, it can also be used for industry. See what you say? Now say agric sector, the agric development bank must give maximum concentration to agric. Now say be agric development bank say 70 to 80% enya agrica. You tell them that you have run out of your money.
All right.
Way and a then all of a sudden you say you are going to bring another caricature called development bank.
Why are you calling a caricature?
But all these institutions have become caricatures.
Oh no, they are in business. How can they be caricature?
Another caricature.
A person may can't be big to be fast bank.
The caricature now.
Yeah.
The caricature.
O share your banking structure now. You say DB. Omo hono, omo ni patient capital. Obi a oye adwuma o Ghana ha bia oye agribusiness no. Ohia patient capital. Sika da ho a bitimi ache. A bitimi dia ye adwuma purposely for that.
Let's say a photo a
ewa
botre.
Patient capital. What you say because offer beats oil palm. You were almost 6 years and sana fruity. And you say okoje ADB sika ono pay because your customers full sika onyes cannot quick. And another area of concern are Ghanaians. Ya dreamer who say intimi me ya agribusiness in group embumi line system. System. That is kasa na and they kill the businesses, the agribusiness in Ghana. Because as I say no be ko no won sem bebre. Wo do sika ba ko shemu a wakobo besiano. Wo bedru na abusua pani bi say me ma wonya adwuma. Nti wo bedidi hu be wie na sika a wase no wo ensase ho kra no de call krobi ti se bok your friends saying Côte d'Ivoire ni ama wasase am wa grow unfudie no ama wa start ye den.
So some Ghanaians do that.
Hey,
oh, yes.
100%. That's the problem
no,
of this country.
There are Ghanaians who are currently in Burkina Faso.
They do.
And they are doing land
easy.
Free.
Because land was
easier. The land is owned by the state.
So then we are our own enemies.
Pato, my main show will be, wow, this planting for food issue. No, by the time catch say the implementation. No, no keke. Plan beyond that. Oh. Because this issue are working for land acquisition. No. Me person me starting me poultry farm. No. Baby, I make a home here. My ready. My first car say me kwa kotua na my land. No, me drew honor or see price no. Assessment. And I have to go and look for another place or different place altogether. Hey, say me to sika foforo emomo. Eti the woman you need say ye.
No, but you had made no sika that to the.
Oh, omo de sika na mam.
Okay.
Omo de sika na de meji.
Da we nya say sika na assistant na obi aba ni sika kese.
You understand? Enti this planting for food, what prevent her buying say obe locating areas ye pese ye. Then you acquire the land.
Government acquiring the land.
Yes, because it's also
but we already have support some state lands.
Yes, you understand me? You acquire the land. Individuals or more say, hey, a nucrapo be one idea na Bernard I can't say upe say won cultivate a 200 tons of maize. Then you leave it to private individuals. No, so buying sana upe say but you don't want even to be involved directly. Now we acquire land here. The land is there. So much of acres. Individuals are cultivating. Oba say 5 now over to me aya na ya mau. Say 10 now over ya na ya mau.
Chairman, what you say? The amount for say difficult. Say buying be acquire land and then instead of going to the individual.
Okay, may share planting for food a job na the issue we buy. Now, say a banker say wakoji loan. Na or they beto asase ya. The challenges are very many. Okay. So my $100 million. Now I'm $100 million na koto asase.
Investing in lands for planting for food and job.
Exactly. Now I'm koto asase. and sana masanko pesika ama nkrofo so mko ye adwuma also. Do you know how much it is?
No, but why?
And
why
two, maybe.
Why do you have
looking
to
at a problem?
Let me finish.
Make your point.
Because I'm ready. Listen, say auto assassin we no pesika for the programmer. Ebi kura asase to ne betimi do 3 years na mutimi wie ho asaka. We all know obi ato asase wo kromu a. Even aban so obeto asase kura na say aban asase e dey ye kwan. You know the litigations. And he said, "Uche litigations no. Now uche say nkrofo so are ready omo wo monsa ase deda. A on betimi abeje fertilizer, agi seeds dua. You go in that.
Baba na don't say
na o plan
Chairman unim say aban oni ne ko pebos ya obenya bi ejaw. Oni aban ko pass ase obenya bi ejaw. Oni ntini say if aban aye na dwen so opese or yes side na if there was a plan anga nyafe na akwaje 100 million no wi a wakwa akwaje so ebeye
pato aban ni nim ne oye me ne okasa second plan na omo take ye no omo ye ho adwuma okoba bit say sutware asase do a for rice farms me ne okasa yi omo invest more than $120 million to make sure that area of lands no betimi aye den.
That is government.
It's government.
So government has started something
but
like that. Why are you saying
you have to find a solution to it. And you have na akoto asase. What you say? And so this can core areas are obetimi attend around the money quick, which is fertilizer, seedlings,
individuals are the eduma show monsan commitment near na form.
I think that
because government you see, on policy on paper a lot of these things are very beautiful.
I beg you.
And for our mobile implementing of form no commitment no mostly are never
chairman idea be say aminua adiabai. It's worth taking it and thinking through. What you say? Say at the studio Hana you want to look at it and just throw it off. We will Ubehu say, but I sat down and said, okay, we used to do state farms. Now, on our say, yeah, we are moving from state ownership to private ownership. But the state, not state farms, so now you want to.
And now assassin way.
It's
not there again.
No, it's there. If you go through the Nasia area, you see that assassin Okowa, maybe a UDS. AC no. It is part of the state lands, farms, and YC as a and other places are the government was able to acquire those lands. No? They are still lying down there.
Yeah, so called Elimina, baby Ananka, you bet me a Driaridian and the stadium.
Yes.
And India Kakaka.
Yes. Until all those places are there, occupied. That maybe. So near everyone says, if the problem is land tenure, na say aban ebetimi using the state power, na wakwaje say asasi we aban eba beje. And that is what my many minua or can see ye babe. Yes, citizens are Greek Revolution car. We will be going to communities na ahemfo no mama ye asase. Young people na omo pese omo nko ye farming no na ya ka kire omo say omo ama ya asase wa ha. These are the terms and conditions. Oba bedo na ye ma 5 acres 10 acres ah. Oh yes say na Odebema community no and the rest is yours. So that young people no betimi akọ. I think that is a brilliant idea. Ye nyina ye betimi afa. Don't just jettison the idea, but let's look at the possibilities. Say wako jisika be abosia 1 billion. Na utimi de be a 500 million
per land.
They are per land. Now you support them small. And then the land is of use. Then say, oh, you come and give them fertilizer.
They already have the land.
It's
so
not
which
true.
one will you
That
choose?
is why the one the
moving the people planting, you know, they're planting for food and jobs. Are they not having the land? So you have to have immediate
even though
plan.
It is the peasantry that feeds our nation. You want to move beyond peasantry. In every other country, they have peasants and they have people who feed the nation. In the United States of America, for instance, less than 5% of the population is into farming, yet they feed their nation. And no say the other people don't do minor farming. They do, they rare.
All right,
and you have to deliberately look at how to invest
one
into...
One quick one. You see, can gas plant now. Yeah, can say bet me I used to the fertilizer no. Or my AT say I now can say we don't have enough deposit. That is not true. What we have is actually 0.8 trillion cubic feet.
It's not deposit.
The
what is already no.
Please.
We don't have the capacity to store.
And I told you,
we
as
don't
at
have
that
the
time,
capacity to store. That is the main reason.
That is different from not having the gas.
The gas.
We don't have the capacity to
store.
But
That
it
is what
is ridiculous, isn't it?
Yes.
So
Because
we
of
should
financial
invest in it.
Yeah,
That is it.
So
precisely.
say oh here car ye bo ha ye free na accumulating near the atua.
At least the
has
first point
anybody
was
done
that
any
Yetinia established the company. The first point is that
That's what we
Yetinia
should be
established the
doing.
company.
Anyway,
but
The
Mama-
second point,
Mama-
you know, say
Mama-
we
Mama
should be
Yanko-
able to invest in the expansion of the company. And yes, sir.
Sir.
If we have not been able to invest in the expansion of the company, naturally say you're enjoying it.
Okay. Yeah, you for Simbelu so chairman. Almost say your mama na so almost sana or say a call common son John Mahama almost son there near very cool chop. 2024 they almost mo 8 no munya mreki.
Oman kanisa.
Oh sir.
Oman kanisa. My traditional records.
Okay.
Almost from 1990 or 2000, 2008, 2016. It means gradually, I say a Ghanaian political, every 8 years BS. So per that, any issues of unemployment, corruption, blah blah blah. Based on that, say me and Sha, yeah, buying the beko opposition. But Patu,
inflation so bet me akosoro to go further up.
There's no
the
doubt
report.
food prices will go up.
There's a report normally in 2021. And to Ubesha report in the MPP are buying the two former. It tells you say already I started a solve problem because we knew say after COVID in 2020 the outcome of it is the economy never sinking. But as of today, the economy is growing by 5.5%. It means I'm intelligent, we are trying to solve that problem. Unemployment, and so yes program. I say bit me employ almost 1 million of young youth into agribusiness and ICT. And your interventions are say you be break it 2024 election now. And na yenko John Dramani Mahama asem so eno boaye menim say NDC for the John Dramani Mahama beba enti report na e pa kire say John Dramani Mahama enti NDC for enya ade a ombetimi aba 2024 election so mo ba be the president because ma can clear
but almost parliamentary no ombe kosra chem and no the can to twa the kan or to mukoti bako
in
2020
share records about 2020 now you idea no munim say etwaso a omunim say be win 2024 no but bia with continuous no just say you be lose more of our seats share records now you can see say intelligently
mama call abi mrem na yentwaso me ba cho odi ni fa kwa free boni tawni enko
but refer Moses me free kumase
Moses
na ye mo kasi mi afa asase ne die ne se be ye betimi adua afudie ne ye di wo man ne de bia ye adwuma de wo ko techiman side wo ko ba bi ti se kwame danso ne ayi abura sa se be pregu ho ai honom na ho asase die ne ye din ti se wo ba kumase ne ne kofobia na atefo no nti sa ba pesa pampa so wo bo man no man ne nya aduane ne so a enye kumase she said near you. Who calls her Eliana, Northern region? And that's the Kobe. Intimate stress.
Manager near
I'll take your number. I need some.
Your manager near my ya. Honorable Coco. Ntino chairman say, why had I the John Mama never bantino? Or her or no any interpretation. And they say, and conformity mubelus because there is a strong likelihood say. Mode kanima peni John Dramani Mahama na beba no ba nso a mo so tell ba no me fa kwala na enko en ba cho di ni fa kwa free
You went with Cruz.
Hello, me Bashir.
me ba cho free
Hello?
ni
Me free akumono.
enko en ma wadaroma
I me Bashir concerning agri side us. Me supporting say government will acquire land better because it's forever. Asana yeah, who say we ever cultivate, ever divided ama commercial families. I'm sorry, so this side, you divided ama private owned families. Or what they are, ever divided benefits.
But that's CP. So he supports what you were saying. Say government Aqualand, but more the Kanema Penny John Dramani Muhammad Abeba by all means.
Oh,
it was a chairman Paul say dear or more patch and say mobilusu.
Or there a woman and they say we share politics are here no. Yebeko primaries.
Yebeko primaries, but my men call phone lines no some review. But Wadaroma for free. Anyway,
me free. Okay.
What's that? Oh, free. Hello.
Me free Ohim.
But you're young quite.
Aha. The better me can say. Ohim, by Ohim.
You do lower red TV no, and that's how you were chairman.
Yeah, until the Americans say Yebeko primaries, until their delegates Bekano, and Nuna Yedibeye Ejuma. Now we share your political landscape no. Now who po bia Yebeka say Ghana for a war regime won the mupa no, John Dramani Mama. Because of his track record, Nyama oye mra owa ban.
Tonight say here are you for Mobwa.
They make here for Omo reports no working. There's nowhere Omo can say here the John Dramani ba Mubelusu. Omo kan.
Me ba cho odi ne fa kwa free.
Pacha FM patin kasefri kumasi.
Ya komini
Pacho ayi ni ka Omo report na mo ba say incommodity Mama ba Omolusu na mbaka ho asem. Sasa me de I astronomer kan because 2021 kura no he de vote onya na say mo ka say
2021 yanto aba o ka 2020
yes ayo to aba no he vote onya no e kire say Ghana for ni da so won na say ayi any for your mistake na mo ko fa different person ba and before na your margin say basa de anen so manya kwan de from to mo ye den ajoma ma na edin
also why your research adan
research said Jomama Ba never boy.
And say it's an American no. Sana NDC is I'm on the ground. I do grassroots politics. Well, my constituency mo. There is no other person na grassroots no omoni edani so chain.
For one time, I mean call PNC for man capture mo. You for unrecognized PNC for but Omo one way there, also Omo do man too. It's rather unfortunate. You were not captured.
No, EIU, naturally, Omo report no, it's not complete.
Omo report
at the moment. But the dynamics no it misses. Assuming say going into election 2024, na PNC CPP, yetimi akabum. Na yanye nipa dodua. Be a just one say your baby contested for presidency. Now about the enemy. What you say? The dynamics will change. Sometimes the individual, sometimes sometimes messenger no is the problem, not the message. Into yetiminya obi obabejina amaya, the message will change. Number two, the EIA is just being smart. Because Omoka said the NDC must change their presidential candidate. There is only one presidential candidate for the NDC, reference to John Mahama. What you say? So Omo can say, naturally say, but Omo can't say, what will the MPP do if they want to win 2024? So what I say? Omo can say MPP, and now Omo can say the MPP.
Every normal ruling MPP
is totally out.
They ruled MPP.
Now say if there are some political alliances ever back into 2024. It can change the dynamics. Number two, near EIU.
What can number two?
Number three, near Omokano, it's just a trend analysis from 1992. It say 8 years beyond yes, 8 years beyond yes, the political party in power. And he said, John Mama could not even lead the Atamils period. Say Atamils Wuyanti, John Mama Befire, Now people kase ujo mama nti it's a different thing. They looked at the political party and yes saba. Akufo-Addo as 7 term that is the period that we are using. What I want to assure you is I think that they have not been clear, because in all these things, what were the factors that made your mama not to win the elections? Now say who say be a shoe we na men polish yenti ena you men dim kudim na say our polish
how about that? We need to call also AJ Bernard Nyakopon Shao say Obai and Chairman Paul Amani Nyakopon Shao say onso ba but you say
na say mu use me dodo
boyen yen yusu
mu use me
da yen yusu boyen
from original TV
Nyakopon Shao
3 times un say mu use me
Wow.
ma catch you say yeah, more fertilizer and be near there.
I feel now okasa.
Extra Nyankopon ya adoma e be saba. Obema krantiare. Me so me do betra se. Obi a o e betra se.